Stuck. They need to walk us out. This is the third ride that's broken on us today. She's got the churros.
Churro, baby.
Churro count #1.
Churro count #1. Kind of late in the day, but I actually just got back from Disneyland, well, a few days ago. So basically I had the Kona trip and then stayed in LA for that day and then went to Disneyland for my birthday the following day. So I'm still kind of recovering from that. And then tomorrow I am leaving just for the entire day and coming back late at night to go to my friend's graduation. So I'm going to another flight attendant graduation. This will be number 4 since I've become a flight attendant, which I think is just so funny. My friend Savannah is graduating. I've known her for like, I think a little over 10 years, and she's actually also really good friends with my cousin. And so like, I know they stay in touch pretty regularly too. So we've kind of just connected for a long time now, just through the 3 of us, which is really cool. She was a flight attendant for another airline for a few years and came over to the airline that I work for. So it was really cool to have her come on now with my airline and to kind of just have another thing to relate to, because obviously she's a flight attendant, so she knows the job and the lifestyle. But it's cool now that we are going to be working for the same company, then maybe potentially at the same base at some point, which would be really cool. I have to wake up really early tomorrow morning to catch a like 6:30 or 6:50 or something departure to Atlanta, and then come home, and then I have a set of A-days. So I'm gonna come home for that night and then probably have to fly out the next morning. But I'd rather do that than fly directly to LA, because I don't want to have to get a hotel room, and I'd rather come sleep in my own bed. And like, this might sound funny to people, but like, I would rather sleep in my bed with my cats. Like, I would be with my cats 24 hours a day if I could. Also, being able to just have another night with Sam before I leave to go to work again. So yeah, I just feel like April has been kind of a crazy month, and I haven't had a chance to recover really. I have not been working per se as much as, you know, when I was a new hire on the line and we were just kind of thrust into this severely like underemployed airline at the time. I mean, I think all airlines did not have enough employees, so we were just understaffed and just working way overtime. I feel like, especially since I'm commuting, the last few, like this last month of April has felt a little more intense than previous months because I just feel like I can't catch my breath. And flying has been crazy already. Like almost all my flights have had crazy stories, like nothing crazy. In May, I do have 1 week of vacation. My schedule is actually a little bit lighter than my April schedule, even when you incorporate the week of vacation that I have. Like I only have 2 sets of 8 days and then a 2-day trip and a 3-day trip. I was thinking of picking up a trip out of Salt Lake, but with everything going on, I'm not sure if I have time. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, I just want to start off by saying that I don't even know how to like comfortably talk about this. Like I do feel really bad. And as soon as I turn the camera on, my camera battery is flashing. So let me replace the battery really fast. Okay, we're actually back now. Before I get into the nitty-gritty details, let me first say something random. I am wearing a new jacket that I got at Disneyland. It's a Pirates of the Caribbean jacket. I have washed this now once because I wore it at the parks and then I washed it afterwards. To me, and you'll have to tell me, you'll have to let me know if you feel similarly. There's no better smell, and it's like, it doesn't happen everywhere. A brand new hoodie, even if you've washed it once, like a jumper, pull up, zip up, like something with like the kind of like fleece fabric on the inside, the smell of like a new, it doesn't happen everywhere because like I can buy a sweatshirt or something online and similar material and not have it, but for some reason, especially like I bought one at Dodger Stadium the other day, and I did buy one at Disneyland when we were doing that whole trip, which I barely vlogged and I'll talk about later. This has that smell still, like fresh hoodie smell. I don't even know how to describe it, and it makes me feel so happy and comforting. That's besides the point. I want to just talk about something, but I do want to add a little bit of a preface here. The reason I feel bad, and the reason I don't know really how to reconcile these feelings right now, is that I did just talk to my friend Jacob in the lounge today. I do love Jacob dearly. He's such a sweetheart. I flew with him maybe like 2 months ago or something like that, and then like a few weeks later I flew with this friend, and it was when that like crazy JFK trip happened that I think I talked about in my last vlog. So yeah, I've just kept in contact with Jacob. He's such a sweetheart, and so this makes me feel so bad. Anyways, I was talking to him in the lounge today, and I couldn't spit out the words that I'm transferring back to Salt Lake, and that is the first time I'm spitting them out on camera as well. And that's why I feel bad, because whenever it comes to these like bigger life changes or like anything that, I don't know, like I don't know what it is, but I truly feel like I don't want to let that other person down. And I don't feel this way very much. Like I'm usually not afraid to just say what I'm feeling, say what the fact is. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like anything that could potentially let an acquaintance or a friend down, that is a choice I am making. It makes me feel so sad. And I know that like, if Jacob's watching this, he's not gonna be like mad at me. I just feel so bad. The reason I'll get into the reasons why I'm transferring back to Salt Lake, but the transfer in my plan is meant to be temporary. And I know I've said that before. Like, I know I've said that I've wanted to go back to New York, which I do. I still think it's the best base. It's like, opportunity is insane out there. But long story short, I was at a point with, like, Sam and I were at a point the whole first half of this year up until now, which is, you know, it's May 30th today, that he ended up traveling a lot more for work than what was originally intended, what was even originally forecasted. Like, he just traveled so much for work to the point where I would come out here for a trip, and then before I got home, he would leave for a work trip, like a trade show that he does, like, you know, fly out somewhere else. And then I would have to leave again on Thursday for work to come here again. And then I would maybe catch him for like the night. You know what I mean? Like, in March, I think I saw him all of like 5 days. And that's okay every now and then, but it just got a little extreme. And at the time that I was making this decision, do I transfer, do I not transfer? It was mid-April that I was kind of trying to come to this decision, and travel has slowed down for him now. But back in April, he was still traveling quite a bit, and it was just weighing really heavy on me. I think just not being able to be in the same place at the same time. You know, again, that's fine every now and then, but I think when it was so consistent, like, he had so many work trade shows for months on end and we were not catching each other. It was getting really difficult. So the whole idea of this transfer back to Salt Lake is just to make my life a little easier for 3 months. I will be trying to come back here for the fall. I really liked flying out of LA in the winter, so I can only imagine that the fall would also be fairly similar. And I also have loved the people I've flown with. I've loved the like lounge and the vibe and the management style that you kind of get from these managers. It does feel extremely supportive and uplifting, and I don't really feel like I've gotten that same feeling in any of the other bases I've been at. And that's not to say that there aren't managers or other, you know, coworkers who are that way. It's just I feel like this is the base that I've experienced that the most. Technically, this is my very last little thing out of LA for now. And I had a standby today. I wasn't used. And I usually don't preference things because I don't usually want to work on my A days. Like, especially when I'm here in LA, because I do like to go hang out with my family. But my family actually went up to Salt Lake to visit some of my other family. So my parents aren't even at their house, which is why I'm in a hotel room. But so because of that, because I knew there wouldn't really be a place to stay this time, and I really do want to get back to Salt Lake by Saturday night, because I am going to the Pride Festival, mainly just the Pride Parade, but I am gonna walk for my airline at the Pride Parade in Salt Lake, and that is on June 2nd. So, and it's in the morning on Sunday. So I really wanted to be back by Saturday night at the very latest. And so I preferenced a trip. It's a JFK trip. It reports at 10 a.m. tomorrow and then releases at noon on Saturday. So yeah. And then before I'm just sitting here giving you a whole soliloquy monologue on my life, I would like to not make this talking segment too long. And it already has been quite long. So let's wrap things up. I did just have a little mini family vacation last weekend. My cousin got married and it was such a gorgeous wedding. I don't know if I took any videos. I'd be really sad if I didn't. I did take a few photos, so I can include those, but my family also decided to go to Disneyland one day and a Dodger game another day, and so we just had a blast. Like, we had so much fun. I do have an annual pass now for Disneyland, so it makes it really easy for me to go whenever, but I have like the cheapest one, so there's a lot of blackout dates, but I had a lot of fun. I did not vlog nearly as much as I wanted to, but I obviously did have a fantastic time, so.
many churros? This is only 2 for me. And
3 or 4.
the vlog doesn't know this person yet. But this guy, my boyfriend. First time. And it's also 7:30 p.m. and we just started vlogging.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Guy can go up and just get to my hotel room. I did DoorDash because I have 2 meals and I need those to be eaten on my trip. But I did DoorDash veggie grill and I got the chicken Caesar wrap. It is so good. I've gotten it before. It is so good. And I have more left over that I'll probably eat before I go to bed. But now I'm just gonna shower, get ready for bed, relax, and read. I've been back on my reading game, so yeah. And Jacob, if you're watching this, Jacob, my dear friend Jacob, please don't be mad at me. I really do love you to pieces, and I really will be coming back to LA. And I'm really happy to have a friend like you in LA, and like based here, having a friend based here. And if I see you again after you see this, I'm gonna be embarrassed, but also love you. Okay, yeah, that's all.